Fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. I wanted to show you the backdrop here for the backdrop of the story I'm about to tell. People have been requesting my fantastic stories, and you're in for a doozy today. So you might recognize that scene as the Cannes Film Festival, one of the preeminent film festivals in the world. And I used to attend it when I was in show business. And it's the biggest party on the planet for 2 weeks. It's so much fun. And I can tell you 1,000 stories, but this one here is quite remarkable. I think you'll enjoy it. I used to have a post-production company, and 20th Century Fox was one of my clients, and I would take their films and TV shows and convert them into Portuguese. I helped launch Canal Fox back in the 80s. And it was a very lucrative business. It was very fun. Did a lot of traveling, but every year I'd go to the Cannes Film Festival and schmooze and network and try to pick up new clients. And mostly party, because I'm a party animal. Always have been, always will be. And so this particular year, I think it was the 50th anniversary, like 25 years ago, something. I would go to what they do is they take all the hotel rooms in Cannes and they convert them into offices so people can sell their films. And then every night is a party like you can't believe. Oh my goodness. If you ever go, well, that's another story for another day about the Koenigsegg automobile. I drove the prototype of one of the most expensive cars in the world at one event. Anyway, that's not today's story. That's another story. But so this one particular, every night they have a premiere, and all the movie stars, all the movie makers, they go to these premieres, and it's black tie event, and it's fantastic, and it's pretty amazing every night. And of course, they have screenings all during the festival because you want to see what you're going to buy as a film, as a distributor. At any rate, so I show up to this one particular office, because every day I would try to figure out how to get into the parties because they're amazing. Imagine the best party you've ever been to and multiply it by 10 times because it's the best food, the best drinks, the prettiest people, and the most fun. It could be on a yacht or a mansion or a chateau or the beach, really amazing, amazing parties. So I show up to this, it's getting near premiere time. And I show up to this one little distributor's office, and it was a bunch of girls there, and they go, Monty's here. I used to go by Monty. Now I'm Dr. Fantastic, as you know. Anyway, and they go, oh, and one of the girls was all decked out because when you go to these premieres, you look pretty smashing. But she didn't have a date. And so she goes, will you guys, they all said, will you go with her to the premiere? You know me, I go where I'm invited. So I said, sure, why not? And so they put on a cummerbund and made me look like I had a tux, I had a suit, I guess. At any rate, I don't like wearing suits anymore, but I wore a suit then. And so we were late though. I guess it was getting towards the time for the premiere. And the premiere is like not even a half a mile away. It's a very small community. And the Palais, where they have the premieres, there's a lot of steps going up, and they have thousands of people, celebrities, and hundreds of photographers from around the world, and the limos pulling up, cars pulling up. So anyway, we go out onto the promenade, and that walk would have been too long, I guess. So I said, I'll wave down a car because So I tried to wave down the first car, and it passes by. The second car passes by. Third car is a stretch limousine, which you don't see too many over there, but there's a few. And the guy, obviously, I'm not gonna tell you who the guy is till the end, and I want you to try to guess, but the guy might have probably said, obviously, we're dressed to go to the premiere, where everyone's going to the premiere. They're going to the premiere. So they said, pull over, have him sit in the front with you. So he pulls over. The driver says, rolls down the window, jump in. So we both get in the front seat, and I turn around and I look at this guy and this girl, dripping with money. I mean, you just tell they're just filthy, filthy rich. Plus, they're in a limousine. That's kind of a telltale sign. At any rate, so I know I've got 2 minutes, literally 2 minutes to make a friend, and introduce myself, and we exchange cards. Beautiful card he had. So as we're pulling up to the Palais, all the photographers, all the people, just the excitement and the energy in the air is pretty amazing. So I said to the girl, follow my lead. She has no idea what we're about to do. And nor do I, pretty much, but I kind of figured out everyone, we're getting out of the same car. Matter of fact, one time at the Academy Awards, I looked over, I was in a limo, and in the passenger seat in the front was Sean Connery. I was actually a limousine driver back then, and I crashed the Academy Awards because I'm a party crasher. And I told them what I've done, and the people said, "Well, let's get us into the to Spago's, which was a hot spot for all the celebrities." And I figured I can probably get into Spago's, not easily, but getting into strangers, even though they're my clients, it's not going to be easy. But so I'm trying to figure out, and I pull up, and there in the passenger seat is Sean Connery, and we're like 2 feet away because he's in a white stretch limo, and I'm driving one. And he looks over and he gives me the thumbs up, and I give him the thumbs up. That was a pretty exciting night, and that's another story which I'll have to tell one day. At any rate, so obviously you get out of the same limo, you're with the party, right? And that's what I'm figuring everyone's thinking. And they have no idea what I'm about to do in the back seat. At any rate, so he gets out, they open the door, he gets out, we get out, and the celebrities go up the middle, but or to the left, the really big kingdoms go up the middle, and the schmucks, the regular people go up the right. I shouldn't say schmucks. The regular people go up the right. Not kind. At any rate, so he starts walking up the middle, and I get right behind him, like 1 step, 2 steps behind him, with me and the girl. And they're not going to say, go away, go away. They can't do anything about it because they're walking in, we're walking in. We're all going to the same premiere, right? So we get to the top, and there's a couple up there, and they're surrounded by police, guards, and they shake hands because they know each other. And then they exchange pleasantries, and they move off to go into the premiere. And we're there with them, so we shake hands. Hello, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to introduce myself at that point. But and we go into the lobby, and the girl is like beside herself. She goes, do you know whose hand you just shook? I go, no idea. And it was the president of France. So that was pretty cool, but that's not the end of the story. Actually, it is the end of the story. No. Now I want you to try to guess who the person was that gave me a ride in his limo. And I'll give you a hint. He ran a country. He was a prime minister of a country, and he was Italian. Any guesses? Okay, the guy who picked me up, and I hope one day I can run into him if he's still alive. It's a long time ago. Silvio Berlusconi. You might have heard the name, the billionaire and ex-prime minister of Italy. So that was a pretty amazing. Do you think that's an amazing story? I think it's kind of amazing. One of the few stories I can remember of my endeavors throughout the years. But the Cannes Film Festival is something worth experiencing. It's once a year. I believe it's in May each year. One year I actually won the tennis tournament there. Which was Rogers and Cowan. They put on a tennis tournament for the celebrities and the execs, and me and my son won it. That was kind of fun. I crashed that one as well. Showed up the day of the tournament and just said, I'm here, and they happened to have an open spot, and we played and we won, and it was pretty cool. Made the papers and all that good stuff. I used to live in the south of France, which was pretty cool. Wasn't living there then. But anyway, that's the story for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe if you like my stories, if you like my advice, if you like to become an ambassador of kindness, love to have you. We are part of what's called the Kindness Revolution. And I'm going to start telling more stories because that way I can remember them when I get old. Because, I'm only 26 and my memory's not so good. I know I look 30, but I'm actually only 26. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone. Thanks for watching. Just getting used to all this fancy stuff, but you get a chance to go to the Cannes Film Festival, Monaco, one of my favorite spots on the planet. Go for it. Here goes. End the recording.